Hello everyone, it's DADEFUYE here, and today on our Anthem lore entry, we are going to be talking about some of the little known facts or so-called secrets about the Urgoth race. So our first entry or first note of this race was from the volume of Tarsus, and this is something that spoke of the Legion War and the battle for Anthem. To defeat the Urgoth, General Tarsus sought a greater power, and to achieve that, she slayed the dragon at the highest peak of the mountain. This dragon is something that we talked about previously. The name of the dragon is known as Filminus. She took his voice and forged a sword of thunder from it, and we also talked about that in a different video. So with this ability, she was able to call down lightning, thunder, and pull down the mountains, and she buried the Urgoth army at the feet of the mountains. But before this great battle that made Tarsus a legend, the Urgoth were the most powerful beings in Bastion. From the current Arcanist records, they are said to be the direct descendants or a subsection of the Anzu, and this empire is really powerful. In terms of strength, the Urgoth are fast, and the shortest one is said to be taller than a Colossus javelin. They also move like a horde, organized and highly skilled. Within their military, we know that they have a form of leadership because that is something that was detailed in the Legion War, and they also have divisions which include scouts. So in terms of their military, they are highly organized. Centuries ago, when these beings ruled the regions of Helios and Anthem, they enslaved humans, and Elena Tarsus was once a slave herself. Humans will fight back with lances, swords, and spears, so this being would only capture children at those times. In an old children's tale, it was said that they hunted at night and steal children from human settlements and flee across the wall. Now, this is something that is also quite interesting, another thing that we covered in the Might of the Urgoth video. So something that brings the Urgoth to a much interesting topic is that slavery might not be the only reason for capturing humans. In one of the latest entries, it was said that the Urgoth are not able to wield the power of the Anthem. They cannot channel the Anthem through them. This would also explain their great loss at the battle at the base of the mountain. Unlike humans, the Urgoth have little affinity to the Anthem or none at all. They're not able to wield its power, operate, or manipulate the Ember, and this happens to be one of their greatest downfall. This is also the reason why the Anzus require the Shaper's help in reshaping Bastion, and that is also one of the reasons why they probably left some of the Shaper relics. An old entry we covered told us that there was an ancient relationship between the Shapers and the Anzus. They worked side by side with each other, and the Scars also worshipped the Anzus as gods, mainly because the Anzus are the closest to the Shapers, and a lot of us already know in the Scar entry that the Scar came to Bastion because they followed the Shapers. In the same time, there are also several murals depicting the worship of the Anzus and the orb, which serves as a conduit to travel between realms and realities. So this is one of the really interesting things, and a quick backstory about Shaper, Anzu, and Scar relationships. So what have the Urgoth been doing for centuries? Context tells us that they have been reforming and reshaping themselves, probably trying to get stronger, increasing their numbers, advancing and improving their own technology. We assumed that they have unlocked secrets to humans' connection to the Anthem. What really makes us connect? Probably the soul that makes us resonate with the Anthem. It is also suggested that this race have been collecting data for 500 years. This is why we haven't seen them. Their weaknesses, as we know, is that they cannot control the Anthem, and this gives humans a big advantage whenever they decide to invade. However, there is also something that freelancers must take as caution. The Urgoth are taller, several times taller than the Colossus, and the old alliance between the Scars and the Anzus could still be alive. So this means if the Urgoth did decide to invade Anthem right now, they will have the help of the Scars faction. Another thing that puzzles me is going to be the questions of other regions where humans live, places outside Anthem perhaps, or other sides of the planet, maybe a different hemisphere. that will be a really interesting story to cover. But as always, I would like to thank you guys, the few faithful ones, for watching and supporting the channel. I know my opinions and my take on things is not a popular one right now, and I've been bombarded by downvotes several times, so it is crazy. It doesn't even matter anymore, but I still enjoy covering the lore aspects of the game, lore aspects of things. I will also be bringing in more lore entries from other games as well, so you may end up seeing some Space Lords lore entry or maybe some Destiny lore entry in the future. So thanks for watching once again. It's DS signing out. I'll see you in the next one.